Hey kids, have you ever had to give someone directions? Maybe you had to tell your friend how to get to your house. Or maybe you had to tell your grandma how to get to your school.
Well, in today's lesson, we're going to learn about a guy named Jonah. God told Jonah he had to go somewhere, but Jonah didn't want to go.
God told Jonah to go to Nineveh. Nineveh was a really, really bad place. All the people there were mean and they worshipped a fake god.
And they hated people like Jonah, so he was afraid and he didn't want to go there.
So Jonah decided to do something a little different than what God had commanded.
Jonah went the other way. Jonah decided that he wasn't going to go to Nineveh.
So he bought a ticket for a boat that was going in the opposite direction.
He wanted to get as far away from Nineveh as he could. Jonah got swallowed by a big fish.
The boat was just sailing along when suddenly a big storm hit, and the boat was being tossed all over.
Jonah was asleep, so the captain on the boat came and woke him up.
They knew that God was mad at someone, and eventually they found out he was mad at Jonah.
So they threw Jonah into the sea, and as soon as he hit the water, the storm stopped.
The sailors on the boat were so happy they started worshiping God.
But Jonah wasn't having a good time. A big fish came and swallowed him whole. So kids, what can we learn from this lesson?
It's always better to go God's way. Jonah disobeyed God and he got eaten by a big fish.
Now that probably won't happen to you, but disobeying God is still a bad idea. Remember verse?
Seek God's will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Kids, God always knows what he's doing and he always has a purpose.
So if he tells you to do something, it's probably a good reason.
He knows what's best for us, so we should listen to him no matter how scary it is.
Now, don't worry, Jonah didn't die in the fish's belly, but we'll learn what happened to him in our next lesson.
Until then, remember this lesson, and the next time you have to give someone directions, think of Jonah.
When God tells us to do something, we should listen. It's always best to go his way.
Hey kids and parents, if you want to learn more about obedience,
check on the links below.